Hey everyone! Welcome to day 3 of Halloweek. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I made this wig. Well, how I altered this wig. I wanted to make a wig fully from scratch this year, but it just wasn't in the cards. So instead, I kind of Frankensteined some wigs together. Maybe next year I'll do the wig thing. I think that it could be really fun, but we'll see. For this video, I'm going to be showing you how to take 2 wigs. I guess you could use more than 2, but for this video I'm doing 2. And then basically how to splice them together. This is the technique that I was going to use for my Alana costume because in the picture you can see here, she has black hair but with like green highlights. Sometimes you see her with pink highlights. So I was going to take some wigs and stitch them together. But I ended up finding like the perfect wig that already had the green kind of like highlights already, so I ended up just going with that. But I still think the technique is pretty useful, especially with certain costumes. So yeah, I'm going to show you guys how to do that today. So let's get started. You'll need 2 wigs, scissors, needle and thread, and glue. Plan out where you want the new wig color to be. I wanted to do straight down the middle, a half and half kind of look, kind of like Cruella de Vil, if you know what I mean. But these wigs were kind of cheap, and the middle part is kind of funky. They like sewed it and then flipped it over and then like sewed it again or something. I don't really know how to explain it, but there wasn't really a clear place for me to like cut straight down the middle, so I had to settle with cutting them a bit off center. If you're using better quality wigs, then you probably wouldn't have this problem. So cut at the base of the wig. You want to avoid cutting the actual hair as much as you can, so just kind of cut at this base like wig cap looking part of the wig. Eventually you'll hit the wefts of hair that you have to cut through because they span across the wig, but as long as you're sticking to the base, it'll be fine. You don't want to just like start hacking away at it because you might cut off huge chunks of the hair if you're not careful. With the other wig, cut at the same spot as you did for the first wig. You're basically just going to be swapping out these pieces, so you want them to be the same size. At this point, I suggest adding a dab of glue to the cut wefts to make sure that they don't unravel. You'll see me start to do this like halfway through sewing, but I would suggest to do it now just to get it over with so you can let it dry. Anyway, split up the wig pieces and swap the pieces out. Match up the 2 new wig pieces together along the raw edge and hand sew them up. And then here I am, as I mentioned, I added the glue halfway through sewing. Like I said before, you should do this before sewing so they're dry when you start sewing. I had to put this down and take a break while I waited, but whatever, it worked out. Anyway, sew along the raw edge, connecting the 2 pieces together. Tie it off, and, well, it's done. You can do this again with the other 2 pieces of wig so that you end up having 2 wigs essentially, just like mirrored versions of each other. Or you could save those pieces to add to other wigs if you wanted, but I went with just making 2 of the same but mirrored wigs. And yeah, here it is on. I mean, these are pretty cheap wigs, so they're not really like the best looking to begin with, but for a costume, it's not too bad. I think that they turned out alright, actually. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, all of that good stuff. Here is today's featured project. If you would like to be featured here, then use the hashtag CheslinDIY on Instagram or Twitter, and you'll have a chance to be up here with all of these lovely people. Don't forget, tomorrow is day 4 of Halloweek, so be sure to go check that out. And I will see you then. Thank you so much to my patrons for helping me produce this video. If you like my videos and have learned something from them, please consider supporting me on Patreon to help me continue to make them. It's totally optional. I'll still be making videos either way. It just helps me be able to put out better stuff. A link will be down below, or you can just click up here in the corner.